Let me tell you the exact.
Why is it a problem? If you get smoke, get smoke. I mean, I'm just saying it's not a big deal. It's going to blow over, but people are going to talk about this. This is a traveling black man who got arrested for rape. It's going to.
So every single time a dude travel, y'all gonna report on it and say, "Hey, get in front of this." But every time somebody does something stupid on your side, you ain't gonna say shit. None of his videos is going after certain type of men. Same thing with Super Sly. Same thing with Reg the Bad Guy. All these other dudes who out here trying to speak on traveling men, but you don't even clean out your own house.
Blow over. Every live stream you do, somebody.
That's fine. I simply asked why, and now we know. I mean, that's fine.
No, he got arrested for rape, though. He did. One person.
Subway.
Out of how many black men who traveled? That's one
Subway.
guy.
Like, most people really ain't gonna read this story, man. Most people ain't probably even know what the hell this
It's
story
going
is.
to blow over. Like, man, you guys got to understand, man. This shit is not going to. This is one.
Then why do you report on it? See, this is slick shit that Ramil and all these other stupid ass niggas did. Ramil just ran to social. This dude has no kind of decor, and this is the reason why I say dudes like him shouldn't be working with certain guys like myself or certain other guys like MOT, because this dude don't have decorum about himself. I said this in my video of why we can't work together, because he'll go to social media or he'll go to some homeboys or some dumb shit instead of going and figuring it out. See, what Ramil should have did when he got that story was give it to the traveling dudes and see. It wasn't up to him to report this shit. It was up to the traveling dudes to report it, not force the hand of traveling dudes to try to say, "Oh, I got you guys. Now y'all, it's time for y'all to jump in front of it." No, it was up to you as a man and your integrity to give this story and pass it around to every single black traveling man and tell them to report this shit. Report this. Show what this dude did. Because this is not my sector and this is not my fight. But this is your people. You take care of this shit in-house. It wasn't up to another fucking race of person to say this. This is the same stupid shit that white people, Asian people, and other races of people do to black people. They put stories out here and then they blame it on every fucking black person instead of just giving that story to black people and letting black people report and shame the motherfuckers like they supposed to. But this is how this nigga worked, man. He should have gave the story to other traveling men and SYSBM dudes and then said, "Hey, report on this shit. This guy did this. It's up to y'all because he's one of y'all." And then if they don't report it, then do this shit and say, "Yeah, I emailed a lot of these dudes and they ignored me and they didn't report it." But the fact is, he didn't do that. He went on social. He went on here first just to throw shots at SYSBM and traveling, just to be spiteful. And now you see the tactics that this dude used. He used the same tactics as everybody else who's racist against black people, but then turn around and say, "Well, we don't have no wealth and power because this and this and this." And, dude, you reported on the story first, so you're just like the other people, other races of people who so-called hold black people down. This wasn't your problem. This was supposed to be dealt with in-house. I bet you if this was given to SYSBM dudes or traveling bros, they would have handled the situation. To my knowledge and my research, a lot of people in the traveling sector didn't like this dude. And they had messed up experience with this dude, so they would have been outed him if this shit would have came to light, and you would have gave them to, you would have did direct channels. This is why nobody want to work with black men behind the scenes, because niggas like this don't have no decorum, and he's too fucking hood to work around good men.
Story.
So what I want to know, Ramil, is that do you recommend brothers don't travel?
No, travel all you want. I'm not against free choice. I'm not against travel. What I am against is pedestalizing other groups of females. What I am
pedestalizing other groups of females, but then this dude is on his Instagram with other races of women talking about she's a bad one. What the
against is finding your happiness through females when we are in a vulnerable position politically.
We're in a vulnerable position. So this dude is projecting himself. Oh, we're in a vulnerable position. You have a man next to you, MOT, who's not in a vulnerable position, who put on black men and help black men with jobs. But how the fuck are we all in a vulnerable position, a political position? Oh, man.
Politically and economically. That's what I'm against.
A lot of guys ain't economically. This dude fucking stupid, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm against motherfuckers that tell me.
But I'm not against nobody traveling. I'm just saying, why you got even the
People
economic
brag on cars and all this old dumbass shit or other shit that's not fucking actual things. Do you do streams on that?
Exactly. MOT got him right there. Like, wait, you don't make streams about niggas who brag on stupid shit, but you gonna make streams about dudes who talk about other races of women. I never seen Ramil and Amyr say these niggas are stupid bragging about their jewels or their cars. I don't like the brag. I don't like the shit that black people do, bragging on inanimate objects or materialistic things. I don't like that shit. He never says shit like that because he's the same type of dude that MOT tell him to talk about.
I've already made my position. I do streams on plenty of other times.
No, he don't. No, he don't, because I can go straight to his streams. I can go straight to his place right now. I can go straight to his fucking his right now, and I can name you fucking a whole bunch of titles right now that he haven't said not one fucking word about the shit that MOT just checked him on. Okay. Ever since this dude started. Ever since this fucking dude started, right? 7 months ago. Okay, 11 months ago, right? Credit is a scam. She only gets 70% of my time. The 7-10 rule. You're posing with women. Trust me. So, this is him bragging on women.
Females and whatnot.
This is him 11 months ago. So this is last year. The purpose of poor people. Credit card is a scam. Millennium women cheat more than men. Veggie diet. Herbs. Sexual energy must be channeled. Men have a plan. Sex. How to wholesale. The traditional family is outdated. The benefits of fasting. How to talk to the police. How to flip cars for extra cash. Wholesale is now illegal. Daily debate. The Bible myth. Credit card is a scam. So billionaires shouldn't exist. Message to black men with daughters. The world has so many simps. Herbs, so many levels. Select versus non-select. My take. Tiana Trump teaches professional men another lesson. Thanksgiving celebrates the defeat of black men. Me Too strikes again. The Byron Allen case. Racism or begging. Brian Allen, poverty. 5 risks with doing business with women. Tricking versus simping. Charged with false report. Overdoing leisure. Lil Fez represents most black men. No middle class. You're rich or poor. Sex trafficking propaganda weaponized. Handling overflow, cash overflow difficulties. Black men need to stay single. 10 reasons why. So millennial means you're broke. Simps are stepfathers are simps. Risk. The Bible myth. The weed men smashed her. Racism isn't real. But in this video, he said we're being held back. Grown men who don't work out. You should lie to women. Universal basic income is dumb. UE debate with BGS and more. At none of this shit. None of these videos has him being called out any of these motherfuckers for flashing fucking money. None of these videos that I see in any of his catalog talking about not going as hard as he going on traveling men as the people he hangs the fuck out with. Be real. None of his videos. If you go on his catalog, he's not calling out anybody. He's not calling out anybody for doing the dumb shit that he said black men and men in SYSBM doing. So this nigga's a biased dude right now. I just read off half his videos. So he lied right there.
Black men pedestalize other women.
Subway.
You know, I mean, if you can't say I have a diss train on people pedestalize
No.
other
It isn't that. It's
But he just told MOT said, did you make streams about dudes bragging on materialistic things? And you said you did, but you didn't. So you got a problem with guys pedestalizing other races of women, but you pedestalize fucking women that you're fucking. and then say they're a biological need. You make them that important that you need them for you to operate at 100%, and you still not operating 100%.
It's kind of like there are stupid shit that black people do, but traveling for whatever reason isn't one of those stupid things.
I didn't say anything. See, that's the thing. I didn't say anything's bad about traveling. I never did.
But I know you said earlier that you look at any brother that travels suspect.
No, I look at anybody who travels long distances strictly for sex. To me, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Okay, traveling strictly for sex, I look at you a little suspect because sex is easy to get.
And look what he says: sex is easy to get. And watch what MOT tells this dude.
To you.
He says to you, you're a hood nigga who thinks he's a businessman. You never been the good guy your whole life. You have felonies, but you try to sit here and say how easy it is. When the world hates good people. This is why the world always gets rid of good people before they get rid of the bad people.
Wait,
But there's circumstances to you, but you're trying to make your experience be everybody else's experience, and that's not.
What are they?
MOT is destroying this dude. He like, you're trying to make your experience everybody else's experience. Like, it's kind of like a dude who able to deadlift 800 pounds and gonna sit there and turn around to everybody else and say, hey man, everybody around here is weak because you don't know how to lift. You're not gonna lift 800 pounds. All of you niggas are weak. To me, you should be able to lift 800 pounds.
I mean, that's my opinion.
There's a lot of like.
What are they suspicious of? I'm curious. Like, you say that you look at them as suspect. What are they suspect of?
I'm thinking like, look, man, if you're allowing your lower senses to control you that much, where you're going to travel 3,000 miles to fulfill a sexual urge, which can be fulfilled easily,
Can fulfill easily. So this is the dude. He just exposed himself. He's the dude that give random dick to all these different all these females, and he's contribute to the reason why these women have egos.
Me, this is my opinion. I mean, you can like it or not. I just think that that's goofy. You can get sex.
Okay, so corny, yo. So let's take that out of it. What is a justifiable reason for a person to travel?
In my opinion, if you're traveling, you should be, it should be business involved. I'm not saying you can't have fun, but I don't think you should.
Okay, so let me clarify. What travel for vacation? What would be a satisfactory reason for a vacation for a person to travel for you?
I mean, as far as look, at the end of the day, this is my opinion. Y'all niggas can do whatever y'all want. As far as vacation wise, I think grown men, when they decide to take, I think that when you travel outside of family vacations, I think it should be business involved. That's my opinion.
So
it had nothing to do with what I was saying with the stream.
Let me get this straight. You're saying
so it should be business for everybody else. So this is the title of it: the Ramil Amyr plan. You, as good black men, are not allowed. If you can't find any sexual valuable women here to fill your biological need, we're going to assign you ugly, fat, ugly, disgusting women you're not attracted to, and we're going to give you a blue pill to shut you the fuck up so you can have sex from an ugly bitch, and then tell you that you can't vacation, you can't have no leisure, you got to work for the behalf of everybody else in the black community because this is what you niggas here for. Y'all did good when I could have did the same thing, but no, since you have the good reputation and the good ethics and the good code and the good things that I never wanted to gain or work hard for, I'm going to use you niggas to make black people better while I sit around in the background and pumping and dunking and doing anything I want, and then I can come back out the shadows and say, oh, we work together as black men.
Saying that a man without a family should never vacation.
Look, man, your life should be a vacation.
Not what he's saying.
Your life should be a vacation.
No.
You're a grown man.
If a person only travels for business purposes, then or family purposes, then a man without a family should not travel. Is that that's the
no? I did not say a man without a family shouldn't travel. It is my opinion.
But no, that's the logical conclusion. Under what circumstances should a single man without a family vacation?
Because here's the thing: if you're a single man, you're on vacation 24/7. You have no kids. You have no girl. But I'm saying
you have business obligations that you have to fulfill that you talk so much about. So when you want to take a break from that and you choose to travel under what is the justification that you have for doing so?
Like I said, man, if you're going to travel for the purposes of having sex, to me, I'm looking at you like, look, that is a low-level urge. You can fulfill that doing anything.
No, we know it's unacceptable. But
see, and this is why I don't trust hood niggas. I was going to call him a hood dickhead. But this is why I don't trust them when they try to convert to being good, pretending to be good. See, niggas like him, if he ever work around good black men or guys who actually never been to jail, nigga, he need to pay a tax for the stupid shit he say and how he thinks to offer it to good black men. If we ever get around working or political power, these niggas should be taxed for the stupid shit they did before in the past, and they should be taxed to the good men. So you would benefit of being in a group of guys with good reputations, but at the same time, you're paying a fucking tax. So you're paying a tax to get in our good graces because we're the ones who have the good work ethic. We're the ones who have the moral stance. We're the ones who have the clean records. We're not the ones who got felonies. We're not out here dealing with trash ass women. And I'm gonna show you a video of MOT counter to Ramil, and then Ramil seemed to have left when MOT was basically showing him up and pretty much destroyed him. So let me continue this.
What is acceptable is my question. What
That's
is
the
acceptable?
design. I mean, I can't tell you.
Well, no, we're asking for your opinion. You gave your opinion on what's unacceptable. So, please give your opinion on what's acceptable.
My thing is acceptable is black men trying to get out of this 228-year hellhole that we're in.
So he's a dickhead, man. So it's black men's job to get us out of a hole that we didn't start, but our ancestors to do that. But this nigga pumping and dumping and had felonies. So it's our job to do it, not your job to do it. You the one should be making up for the shit that you did. I don't give a fuck what the jail said. You should stay the fuck out the way and put your opinions in the fucking ground. You know why? You did dirt to people. O'Shea gave this nigga light. It's O'Shea's fault that this dude got so much traction. I never went on anybody's channel. I never begged to go on anybody's panel because I wanted to stay out of that shit. So nobody could say that I came off of somebody. Even if I don't get a whole bunch of subscribers. I got 60 subscribers based off myself. I used to have 50,000 subscribers on my old YouTube channel back in the old days of YouTube. By myself, without black people. So I had my opinions on this stuff. And I'm going to make another video after this about my experience on other people's channels. So we got to get ourselves out of this hole. But you're not performing at a high level to get us out of the hole. MOT is, Game Changer is, but you're not. You behind both of these dudes, and you behind MOT.
And as far as having no power.
Yeah, but this is vacation. So, I think when you're behind economically to try to get out of this hellhole.
Yeah,
so,
I think when you're behind 300 years, I don't think you have time for vacation.
Right.
We don't have time for that, but we need our biological needs fulfilled. You stupid motherfucker. We don't have time to be playing around. But this nigga talk about pumping and dumping. And they said this shit on another stream like, dude, don't fucking make sense. So we gotta work. But then on another stream, on our last video, if you don't get sex, you turn into a weirdo or you turn into a mass shooter. Why the fuck these dudes don't make up their fucking mind, man?
Right. And after 300 years, you need a vacation. So what would be?
Well, let's talk about that when we get there. Let's fix this.
Vacation. So we shouldn't vacation until we are a national and international power. That's what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you don't have time for fucking off so much when you're behind like this. That's.
We don't have time for fucking off like this. But this is the same dude who go to bars. This is the same dude who smoke weed. This the same dude who been in stupid shit. This the same dude who pumps and dumps women. But we don't have time for stupid shit. I mean, for a guy who thinks like this, you should be working 16, 17 hours a fucking day. You shouldn't even have time for YouTube. You should be Mr. Boss Man, dude. Fucking hypocrite, man.
My opinion.
Like, this dude don't even know what it's like to wake up every single day. Don't even need an alarm. And you just wake up knowing that it's 4 o'clock in the morning. This dude don't even know what it's like to be a robot. Where all you do is work, take a shower, eat, sleep, do it again. Do it again until you see the weekend. And even on the weekends, you think about what you're going to do at work. He don't know how to do that function. He needs to plug and play. He needs to pump and dump. So he get to enjoy leisure while everybody else got to work and do other shit to get us out of the hole.
Okay, so fellas, until you rule the world, no vacations. According to Ramil. However,
nah, bro, listen, man, you can do what you want to do, bro. Come on, man. You can do what you want to do, yo.
I mean, it sounds hard. It sounds ruthless. That's what I'm at with it, man. We are behind. You have no power.
Listen to this. How dare you do what you want to do?
No, here's the thing, man.
You know, Ramil and Amyr sound like the same shit that black women say, too. I mean, they get to have their weave, they get to go out to clubs, they get to be fat, overweight, and then, but you're supposed to build for them. He sounds just like a fucking female, man.
Come on, man.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel.
This is how I feel about it. This is how I feel about it. This is how you feel. But it's not the real case. That's how females talk like that, man.
Do what you want to do, bro.
We have a 280-year-old. How dare you do what you want to do?
Well, that's why I look. Like I said, we have no power, and like I said,
we don't have no power. Nigga, did you think about that shit before you got that felony, dude? Did you think about that shit when you pump and dump these fucking hoes? You don't have no fucking discipline. See, dudes like you, especially in other cultures, would have already been put in the ground for saying stupid shit like that to other dudes. I mean, half of you dudes are really lucky that y'all don't exist in other cultures, because they would have already got rid of you already.
Ask him for his opinion. How dare you enjoy yourself? No, and now is mine. And this, according to him, how dare you enjoy yourself? How dare you enjoy yourself when there's still a 800 or 280-year-old?
And this is why black men don't take life seriously. We don't take life seriously. You know what I mean? So look, man, y'all want political power.
Yeah,
as black men.
Let me hop in.
See what MOT did? We don't have political power. And MOT said, well, I have political power. It's like, I have it. What the fuck are you talking about? Ramil does a lot of fucking projecting like black women do. Cause he don't have it. He doesn't have the stuff that he wants. He wants you to be the workhorse and the representation so you can get him where he wants to be at. Then he can brag about it by not giving none of the people that got him there any credit.
Yeah, real quick, man. I understand it to a degree what he's saying, because I said this a long time ago. There's way too much fun being had by black people, man, especially black men, for us to be in a position that we're in. All right,
Funny thing that is a lot of black men, and this is Mr. Fantastic talking. Funny thing about black men is a lot of black men who didn't have no fun their whole fucking life. They've struggled against the black community first, and they had to get the fuck away from the black community, and they had to literally work their ass off in order to get out of the black community and then find another community that they would fit in, or become a free agent and work and get on their purpose and build themselves a reputation and build themselves a lot of money. And then they want to enjoy that money, but you're telling them that they gotta help other people that had the same opportunities?
Not then by all means that, it should be no fun. You shouldn't take vacations. You shouldn't. Other thinking black man, we really do need to get something started and established.
You can't establish shit with other thinking black men, because like I said, I ran into so many people who so-called thinking black men, and they're pussy with dudes, or they're showing off in front of females. We can never work together because there's so many motherfucking fucked up individual dudes who put on a mask just like females do, and by the time you know it, these dudes trying to scam you or try to take your life or some shit. You can't get near these dudes because they're too dangerous to your health.
As far as I know, Game Changer about the Congressional Black Caucus and shit, man.
Conservatives doing on the black conservative side.
Well,
I'm not talking about coons who fucking do this shit for right validation. I'm talking about actual white politicians who are doing shit to black people.
Oh no, well no, I either like.
And just say,
okay, I'm gonna stop that because I don't like, you know.
Just tell them one, just look.
Now this is MOT's counter.
What they need to do.
This is MOT counter to Ramil, and then Ramil left the stream when MOT was going in on him because this was like the continuation of the stream, but Solo TV 84 hosted in the video.
Into 3. It's called. It's gonna be like.
That's on camera, which I can't stand that shit. Over their bad parenting. Like, that's on camera, which a dude did. I mean, like, imagine if thinking black men decided to make people who are not thinking black men do videos on how these people are messing up their children. Let's go through all the videos of how many people beat their kids' ass on camera, which I can't stand that shit. Over their bad parenting.
See? There's so many videos out there on examples of what Ramil and Super Sly should be putting on their shit. But they go after traveling men because they think traveling men are below them. So they pick on traveling men because there's so few of traveling men out there. Or so few of thinking men out there. So attacking us and making us try to prove to them that we're not something that they keep pushing us up to be is their fucking pastime. But they got so much dirt and stupid shit going on in their side of things, of the people they hang out with. For some reason, they're not going to report it. Because if they do, they'll have at least more than 2,000 videos of them reporting the shit that they see online every fucking day. And explaining it that they don't mess with these type of people. So if the guilty association tactic worked, if the guilty association tactic was applied to them, they'll be making videos every fucking day for the people they fucking hang out with and the people they actually condone.
Like, imagine if we were to start doing that. I mean, we're not gonna be that busy trying to listen, man. For the most part, we're caring about the opinion of niggas yet again. We're trying to get away from these dudes, man. That's the problem, man.
See, MOT pretty much called Ramil and Super Sly niggas. And he said it on the other line, we care the opinions of niggas again. And they can't talk shit about MOT because MOT's a billionaire. Roger Nella Curry tried that shit. And then when Roger Nella Curry finally actually noticed that, hey, he does have real money and he's known to have real money and is a multi-millionaire, you don't see Roger Nella Curry saying anything about MOT again. See, when people talk about MOT, talk down to MOT, he already established, so you can't use that angle on him. And then they try to say, "Oh, he's a mad." No, he's a petty millionaire, like somebody says. He's a petty millionaire, like 50 Cent. Most people can't talk down to 50 Cent because he has money, and no matter what the fuck they say, he can say anything he want to people because he's a millionaire. Plus, if he wanted to get you touched, he could get you touched. If he want to take whatever he want from you, he can do it because he has the money. Same thing with, I remember MOT saying that this dude that wrote about the black manosphere, he could put a lawsuit on him easily. And he even said it that he already did a file on him, a background check on him, and he said he's broke. So he said if I put a lawsuit on this dude, he won't survive it. Yeah, this is why I back MOT, man.
So it's like, look,
This nigga on the Godfather 3.
yeah. So it's like the dude went to prison. Like, the justice system worked. We should celebrate the actual victory for the family and the victim's family and everything. I'm like, nah, this is a traveling brother, though. What y'all got to say? Like, nah, goddamn.
Exactly. It's a traveling brother, though. What y'all got to say? Y'all got to prove to us that this ain't one of y'all. Because we think less of y'all niggas. Y'all gotta travel for some vagina. That's suspect to me. So I hate using other people's fucking voice. You're traveling brothers, man. And to me, y'all lower than me. So every time I bring up a story of a traveling brother, you must prove to me and prove to everybody else who never liked you in the first place that you are not that person and you have to denounce them. How stupid does that sound? Denouncing motherfuckers that we don't know. So every time we could bring up some situations on their side and say, why don't you denounce that person? Make videos about denouncing that person. And I noticed that Reg took down his stream of people was coming at him real hard. King Sigma came at him. Mad Bus Driver came at him. AJ came at him. Brian came at him. Don Garrido came at him. And he took that stream down, but he left the other ones up where they was talking bad about SYSBM. So it just shows that dude is automatically, he's fucking biased, man.
Damn thing.
With all due respect, we got Ramil here. He said this is an L for SYSBM.
No, yes.
Or Traveling Brothers.
No.
Hey man, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all rock because y'all know how it is.
See, and every time MOT shows up, Edward Anderson pops out because he can't do all that stupid shit that he says to MOT. Because MOT got more experience traveling the world than he does. Because he has money. Then what? Ramil pops out. Eventually, watch.
Edward, I hope I didn't cut you off too much, bro.
Dude, like I said,
Types of experiences you can have. You can either buy. There's an element to this, and let me tell you what the element is. I figured it out. People who got their masculinity exclusively, or the majority, from swimming through this market of fucking pig's blood.
Exactly. They got their masculinity based off. They got their masculinity from cheap oil. These women are they're fucked up cheap oil. You know how you put certain oils in a car. You can't put certain oils in a good car. You got to put premium oil in a good car. But these dudes can put oil, put any type of oil in a fucked up beater car and fuel it and make it work. That's what they're doing. They're walking around with the S on their chest with fake Superman powers, talking about, yeah, I'm powered by that bootleg sun over there. I'm not powered by the real sun. I'm bootlegged by a makeshift sun that I created in a fucking garage. I don't have Superman powers like that. All my shit is weaker than real Superman. But I'm gonna brag on you niggas because y'all don't have the same kind of abilities to make a makeshift power source like I did.
To fucking hit a woman. And now these dudes are just going somewhere else and getting better quality women. Nobody asked these dudes to put their dick through a goddamn sewer pipe. This is what these dudes decide to do with their life. And now the dudes are going.
He's right. No one told him to fuck all these trashy ass women and then become jaded and fucked up in the head where they think no woman is actually worth being with.
Going to places where they perceive more quality. Those dudes are a problem? Hold on a second. I think that less competition in the women that you or most of these people define themselves by, less competition would be a better thing. But
this is why this is why I stopped making these videos about the game dudes, and I was like, man, MOT got it. He got it. He's a one-man army, man. Look, man. He's right. I said it before. Dude, y'all should be the ones sitting there just happy that y'all don't have to compete with other dudes. It's kind of like celebrities, it's kind of like a celebrity not going to a club anymore, but you sit back saying that he's a weirdo or some kind of shit that you make up in your head because he don't want to go to this club to get the women that you had sex with first, because you think that's gonna get you closer to that celebrity. Because a lot of dudes do that shit.
It's not a competition thing. They want people trapped here with this person like they are. Because here's the thing. Whether they know it or not, there are different types of experiences you can have. You can either buy the meat that has the magic marker with the fucking telling you what the freshness date is on that you shouldn't trust, or you can go to the rich area where the meat has the actual printed date on it that you should trust. So there's different qualities of things in different places, and they just can't say all bitches ain't shit. So I guess we could say all Reese's peanut butter cups ain't shit.
And this is shots. He just throwing shots without actually throwing shots directly at Ramil. Like, dude, you can't say bitches ain't shit if all you deal with ugly. If you deal with these bitches, because it's quality other places. There's plenty of women in some places, rural areas, that are untouched by this bullshit in other countries, where you can literally just leave. You can leave. You can build your money up to the point where you can live in another country your whole life. Build your money up here, then leave. There's plenty of men left. Went to Vietnam, never came back. Back in WW2, they stayed in France. After the war, they didn't come back to America. They left and went to France, or left and stayed overseas and never came back to America because they was treated 10 times better than they was here. I mean, a dude, I think one of the athletes, Jesse Owens, got treated with more respect by Germany. The 1940 Germany, the Reich, he got treated by racist, fucked up men and got more respect from these racist, these messed up people who genocide a whole entire group of people than he has from his own people. That's messed up.
Or all Twix ain't shit, or Kit Kats ain't shit. So it's like, dude, listen, it's a quality thing. And just because they had enough of bad quality to where it soured them on the actual experience altogether, that's not everybody else's experience. And it's always seemed to be these dudes who've slain a bunch of women too. You see, that's another key point of this shit. That they have so many low quality fucking women that they assume, happily enough, because you're not supposed to be able to do all this shit and not be a productive person in society. You see, that's the only shit you get to do in the black community. Now, we know that there's not a lot of high-quality women there anymore. And guess what? If this is what you base your masculinity on, I want to know what that bitch looked like at 19 and what the fuck she looks like at 35. So
Exactly. I'm going to let this continue, man.
But that way we can see what we're actually basing our actual masculinity on. Because actually, confining yourself to this market and getting laid within this market makes you look stupid when you compare this shit to other things in other different marketplaces. On average, it makes you look pretty dumb. So, when people are actually leaving what makes them a man the fuck alone, it's a slight against their masculinity that you're not playing within their sandbox.
Exactly. If you walk away from the women that they feel like they have control over, they will really sit back and say, what the fuck? Why are you not trying to fuck the girls that I want to fuck? Just like it's a thing with black people where they'll wear some shoes and clothes. They'll look at you and talk shit about you because you're not wearing what they got. Oh, nigga, you ugly. Oh, you weird. You dress like a bum and blah, blah, blah. This is why they try so hard to wear Gucci and all this other shit that they can't afford, because it's more of them thinking that if people don't wear what I wear and do what I do, they must be strange. They must be weird. They must be weird, right? Oh man, MLC's killing it right now.
Because they climbed up the fucking mountain, and now they want you to climb up that mountain too. But if you just jump on a helicopter,
See, he's right. I said that in many of my other videos. They went through so much stupid bullshit just to get women here. They want you to do the same shit. And so when you don't do the same shit that they do, they're like, what the fuck? How dare you? How dare you discard my own work on what I did to get these women? And you had an easier time? Something must be wrong. You're disqualified.
and you just go all the way to the top of the mountain, they feel like you're cheating, which is going to another marketplace. But see, that's what freedom is about. Like they had the freedom to stick their dick through this fucking sewer pipe. We decided to just go wherever that actually suits us. Because see, there's another underlying thing about this too. Forget the fact that they're black men. Imagine if this was a black fucking Dago. Again, this is all the shit that would come out of the fucking...
He called Ramil amyr a Dago. Oh.
Well, because at the end of the day, her opinion matters about what men do and where men stick their dick. So most men who have this type of point of view, again, it still comes back to WABT. What a bitch thinks. It still comes back down to that. So what a man thinks never matters. What a man wants never matters. At the end of the day, you can go different places and get a different experience. It's just that in those different places, they didn't have the boomer generation who pretty much dropped the fucking ball. They actually had order that goes through and through. Can you get women there easy? Probably. But at the end of the day, it's a better quality because they're surrounded by a better quality of people, which they want to deny altogether. So for me personally, I don't care about what these people think. I care less about what these people think than what I care about what the domestic woman thinks. Because at the end of the day, your productivity can actually net you a better woman faster than they fucking game. Way faster. Don't take you a lot longer. Because here's the other thing. Who told you to go and have all these bad experiences? And why did you need to repeat a bad experience so fucking long to where you don't even think this shit is worthwhile anymore?
See, and basically this is Ramil Amir's whole fucking point of him staying in the same position, dealing with the same bitches. He became so jaded that he think every female is the same, just like some of these other dudes who do travel, but they don't try to put the effort in to try to look for the woman who's different, because it will destroy their perception of, oh, all the women are the same. They do this and do that. So they have to be around certain groups of women for them to prove themselves right.
Trust me, I have a quality relationship with a person who I got. Guess what? I just went to another fucking Muslim environment where they culture the women to do that. That's very easy to do, by the way. Is go to another culture like, oh, what about... Yeah, I didn't bring her back to a one-bedroom apartment surrounded by fucking daggers while I worked 12 hours a fucking day. So that way she could be surrounded by daggers in fucking daytime television. It's still about the environment that you...
See, MOC took another shot at him. Like, it's based off you bringing a chick to... If you do bring her here, you bring her into an environment where you can control. You don't bring her into an environment where she can be easily influenced. You bring her in an environment where she won't be a good environment in a good location. And he's right. You don't bring a chick into a ghetto ass neighborhood and think that she's not going to turn ghetto or somebody going to end up sleeping with her or some shit.
bringer too as well. You know what I'm saying? And it goes for the same thing here in the United States. It's just that men have to exercise choice, and you're never going to be able to get to choice through game. That's a woman's choice through game. Your
Yup. Man.
choice is with product placement and productivity. You can get way more than fucking game.
Product placement and productivity. He's right about that. A lot of white dudes, a lot of Asian dudes use that same concept, and they pull some of the best looking women I've seen them pull with productivity and product placement.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like how all the people who are community minded never have any fucking money. All the people who claim to want people to be staying here also have the same limitations. Just not.
Say, you're right.
With money, they just have the limitation when it comes to where they would like to go and for what reason. For me, I like going places and having fun and being surrounded by people who ain't got to worry about locking up every goddamn thing around all the time.
Exactly. You want to be around people that you don't have to feel like you're going to get robbed. Somebody going to try to scam you. Somebody going to throw you under the bus for some other chick. They're going to try to, take advantage of your kindness. You're right. You want to be around worthwhile people.
I think I deserve that fucking experience, by the way. I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of niggas all the goddamn time, man. I mean, I had like 17, 18 years of that shit growing up. So,
and he's right. Like, I don't want to be around fucked up ass people. Even though they say they're not fucked up, but then when you bring certain subjects out, you see they hood come out.
Right now, man, it's all about the good days. And this dude, what he got caught for, I'm glad he got caught. There ain't gonna be no more people lighting that fucking wick. So at the end of the day, freedom still wins today. That's why they separated from the motherfuckers. This is why they 15 years later over some shit you did 3 years ago to see what fucking happens to you. So at the end of the day, these people need to not be in your life anyway. Problem is that people don't want to make those forward actual choices because they want their lives actually to be defined by it. Well, your life can be defined by productivity, and you ain't even got to be on camera doing all this shit. For real. You can just be out there enjoying life. Because the people who are actually doing SYSBM, they don't give a fuck about what niggas think either. That's why they separated from the motherfucker.
See? And that's the whole point. A lot of people like myself separated. Back in 2017. Well, yeah, 2017. Toxic ass person that I try to mentor while I was busy dealing with this whole stupid shit that I had to deal with took a lot of my time from me. I saved his life because he was going to take his own life. He was ungrateful. Spit in my face, not physically spit in my face, but spit in my face metaphorically for me saving his life. And at that time, at that point, I said, I have to separate. I have to downsize. Everybody who I thought was cool, I'm not going to be cool with. I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of time by myself. And the only person that I have as a friend, I know where he live at. All I got to do is get his number. As soon as I call him, we can hang out again. I'm down to one friend because everybody else turned out to be, as you said, as MOT said, niggas. They just showed it in different ways in different time periods. Took one guy, 14, 15 years for him to show his nigga side. I was friends with the dude for a long time. In my teen years, in my mid-20s. till he saw he was a simp. The other dude, his brother, I was friends with him too. Supported him when he was down and out. So it's more likely I'm going to spread my story around and try to tell other people don't do the shit that I did. Don't spend time with niggas. Don't try to help these people. Because you're going to spend a whole bunch of time helping, supporting these dudes. And then eventually when they get on their feet or something, they're going to treat you, spit in your face, and then act like you don't exist.
This is why they never came back during Vietnam. This is why they never came back during Korea. This is why they stayed overseas and married anybody over there to stay the fuck away from this experience. And they won. And overall, they're happier people. So who wouldn't want men to be happy? To travel as far and as wide as they want you to be happy. I can tell you. It's the men who can. And won't deliberately try. Because they've already had their minds made up. As soon as they decide to be limited. As they always say, I choose my limitations. Apparently they are theirs. I don't have to worry about what they think. Fine. The people who are constantly progressing will eventually win. It's better to be behind and progressing to be ahead and stagnant. Always is. And at the end of the day, those who are constantly progressing, you will surpass them. But you have to stop thinking that you're too good or good enough to bring this fucking shit back into your life. That's what people fuck up at. You're going to always try to take this bullshit right along with you, and it ain't going to fucking work out. And it ended up fucking them up. Why? Because they wasn't completely disconnected from the experience. You got to stop caring about this shit.
And he's right. I found out that right now I have to reorganize a whole bunch of shit that I had because of the weighted shit that I had to deal with. I was still connected to the wrong people. While I was working on welding and shit, have to deal with a situation, a living situation at some point, trying to get on my feet. I had this dude that I was trying to mentor that didn't appreciate what I was doing for him. Then years before that, his older brother, I was trying to help him while I was on my feet. And he was always showing up at my door. Hey, let's hang out, man. Depressed. Because he was stagnant. And I had to have conversations with him that lasted like 3-4 hours. And he just kept coming and asking for help, asking for support. And I gave him the support. And how he paid me back was spit in my face and laughing alongside of a chick that he with, but end up cheating on him and stabbing him.
You have to show the utmost level of disdain and everything from the actual old self. You're never going back to that shit. It's either you are done with this shit or you're trying to self-improve enough to get a higher daggone IQ to send your ass right back into that burning fucking building. I suggest you don't do that. I mean, but, people do what they do, man. But it's just that we've seen this revolution over and over again. With social media, you're able to see this life cycle 1,000 times over. There's really no excuse of making the same mistake that you possibly made. I mean, nobody in this motherfucker have like purebred black DNA in the first fucking place. And all the people who claim they do are aiding and abetting the worst motherfuckers in society. So what does that tell you? I suggest you leave the fucking field, man. This shit ain't got nothing to do with you. So that way you can stay here with they unhappy motherfucking ass. Kind of shit is that? Waste of fucking time. These people do not want my fucking efforts. Because you gotta have a track record to appreciate shit.
He's right. Ramil don't have a good track record. You have to have a track record of peace and tranquility to understand what peace and tranquility actually means. You have to have organization to understand what organization means. Discipline. You have to understand what that really means. Like he said, track record. Some of these dudes don't know what it's like, and they're just talking shit from a point of not knowing what peace really is. So they scared of it because they think that their identity is it belongs with this hood ratchet shit. So if they lose whatever hood ratchet shit they've been doing for this long time, they're gonna lose themselves. But I can tell you that right now is that that's not true. You get a better version of yourself because then you start looking. You're a person who on the outside looking in. I can look at my younger self and see the kind of stuff that I used to do, and I can see that shit in other kids on the street, and then I just shake my head and said, if they only knew that they're wasting their fucking time, they should be doing something else.
And I'm sorry, just people of other places just have a better track record. You can't listen to people promise you bad outcomes just so that way you can stay here with they unhappy motherfucking ass. What kind of shit is that? But at the end of the day, they've already made their decision and choice. They just want more people to make it with them. So, you've already won. But you have to lead the field. Because when the clock strikes 0 and you're still out there, and it's no longer about winning and losing, it's about punishing motherfuckers, and you're still on the fucking field with no refs, that's what you want to be. This is what they want you to do. They want you to stay out there long enough so that way there ain't no refs out there, so they can get fucked up. I suggest you leave the fucking field, man.